the protectors of the Wood Adventure Series. Episode number 178, The WakeUp Call. As ChiChi and Abby made their way through the underground tunnels and caverns, ChiChi marked the path to Middletown with marks on stones that would point the right way. Abby was annoyed and thought this caution was unnecessary, but ChiChi firmly believed that the underground world had a dreamlike effect on people.
But I don't feel haunted or confused. I'm not sure about the sensitivity to the dream world.
ChiChi met her eyes, unable to conceal the impatience visible on his face in the glow of the MAPSTICK.
Come on, Abby. I know you. Wendy and I share information about you in order to give you guidance. Tell me, do you like looking at the stars?
Abby stopped in her tracks, shocked and confused. ChiChi had awakened Abby's most vivid memory.
Wendy should have never mentioned that.
Do me a favor. Stop being so touchy. These questions will make you think. Do you like looking at the stars?
I used to think you were nice and polite. What sort of person are you?
I'm sorry to be so mean, but I've been given a difficult job too, and everything you say proves my point. You don't want to talk about the stars because of your sensitivity. I'm only pointing out that you guard against slipping into a dream state by not looking at the stars too long. And what about Wendy's comment about hearing the voices?
Abby did not reply. She didn't want to talk about it.
Now, we all agree that you know extremely important things from your visions. Far be it from me to criticize that. But we also agree it can be overwhelming. It's somewhat uncontrollable, unpredictable. And so, you're on guard against it. This underground world is the same sort of thing as the stars. You only have a hint of that so far. So, it's my job to give you a wake-up call and advance warning.
Abby was standing still, thinking rapidly.
I've got to grasp this. I must. But something is unclear to me.
Suddenly, ChiChi shocked her by getting down on one knee with his arms outstretched.
Please, I'm trying to be your friend. I'm sorry I have to show you a different side of myself. But this is a turning point in your life and the lives of all of us.
ChiChi, get up. Don't beg me like that. I'm glad for everything you say. I know I need help, but I just don't get it. What's similar about the underground and the stars?
ChiChi hesitated.
I thought Wendy would have explained it.
No, not really. Not about the underground.
ChiChi rose and regained his patience.
I'll say a few things to get you started, but we'll have to put off most of this discussion for another time. This is the heart of a very large problem.
Please, go ahead. But can I listen while we walk?
You go first. I'll speak to your back.
He laid the marked stone at the corner of the turn. Abby took the lead down the tight new passageway, barely tall enough for her to walk upright. She turned to picture where they might be in terms of the landmarks of the upper world. This new direction would probably bring them out from under the high stony ridges and below Hidden Valley. A steady, cool breeze, smelling of water, blew in their faces, swept through their hair, and flattened their clothes against their bodies. Abby noticed a spider web in a corner between jutting gray stones, and realized there were life forms in this desolate place. No colored jewels gleamed on the walls. All was formless and gray. ChiChi walked right at Abby's heels and began speaking.
Think of 3 words: the heavens, the underground, and the surface of the earth. Not only are they physical, they are all there in the dream world. This is what mythology and religion are all about. The way people picture the meaning and purpose of the universe. But dreams of the open sky and being underground are often disorienting, even scary. It may be wonderful to soar through the air, but going too far away is terrifying. And being underground reminds people of being trapped, of death, and the problem of evil. Humans are at home, only on the surface of the earth. Are you hearing me?
ChiChi paused. Abby looked back over her shoulder.
Please, go on.
You must be aware that very few people can dream while awake without going into a panic. And even fewer can follow the dream world to the stars and deep underground. But still, people are connected to the heavens and the underworld, and they need a map of all 3 to understand their own lives. This is the World Tree symbol, unification of all 3. Roots in the underground, trunks growing on earth, upper branches in the heaven. Our distant ancestors seem to have some clarity with this vision, but people now have lost it. The underworld will awaken these problems in you, because this is a problem for everyone. Be very careful how you approach it.
Abby remained silent. She was thinking.
That was too vague. It was interesting, but avoided anything specific.
The tunnel expanded into small caverns with the familiar damp stone icicle shapes growing from the ceiling. Each cavern quickly closed into a bottleneck, where the pale stone walls converged to a small opening, sometimes barely large enough to squeeze through. She realized that her confidence, moving through this strange terrain, was based on ChiChi walking behind her, ready to warn her of any difficulty. Alternate passages split off on occasion, and ChiChi stopped to leave his marking stones. Finally, Abby was sure she saw a dead end, a stone wall that presented no opening. And yet the breeze was still in her face, and the noise of water was increasing.
What now?
Abby took another step, and then another. She saw that the stone blocking the entrance did not meet the right-hand wall of the tunnel, but left a small opening. With the wind burning her eyes, Abby squeezed into the crack, her body moving sideways, The MAPSTICK held out a head. In a few difficult steps, she emerged into a new tunnel. The rushing of the water echoed everywhere. The ghost river roared across her path, with shining white foam and dark water speeding downhill in the light of the MAPSTICK. Abby stopped.
The Ghost River. I was here once before.
Looks like I'm on my own. No one to light on my way. I hear the wind howl and the water rage. Will it ever be break of day? They say. All these rivers are flowing. Don't be afraid, you must go where they're going. In the night like a wandering star, you must travel far. We're all lost in a crazy world, and bound for danger, I say. Hear the wind howl and the water rage. There must be rocks ahead, I said. All these rivers are flowing. Don't be afraid, you must go where they're going. In the night like a wandering star, you must travel far. Some are wise friends, wise and true, but no one can see the end. Our best dreams are thrown on the wind. I know we're following them, we sing. All these rivers are flowing. Don't be afraid, you must go where they're going. In the night like a wandering star, you must travel far. You must travel far. You must travel far.
Trillions of living things are everywhere around. Our lives are all planted deep into the sacred ground. There's everything to love and everything to fear. It's planet Earth in the universe and nature lives here. It's planet Earth in the universe and nature lives here. It's planet Earth in the universe and nature lives here. It's planet Earth in the universe and nature lives here. And nature lives here.